My name is Arthur Weil, W-E-I-L. I'm 92 in 10 months. I was born in 25 in the city called Hanover, in a suburb called Linden, L-I-N-D-E-N, and I went to public school. And at fourth grade, of course, like many of the Jewish kids, they yanked us out, and then we had to go to the Jewish school was organized, and I went there for a few years. My mother was kosher. My father ate pork and so on. I really never knew my father, except I would walk with him to the temple. We had a beautiful temple that was burned at Kristallnacht night in Hanover. And my mother lit the candles on Friday night, even though my father didn't give a damn. It was a good middle-class life, but then it changed very suddenly. And from 32, 33 on, very rapidly went downhill. And every one of those youngsters knew the difference. Nobody had to tell you. It was so obvious when you see all the little boys with their little uniforms, the Hitler Youth uniforms, and you can't do it. Everything was extremely restricted. There wasn't a night where I didn't hear on the radio the voices of the Nazi Hitler, of the leadership. The Nazis would practice every weekend and march and shout and all that stuff. Going to the orphanage when I was 10 was very hard because I had never really been away from home. She signed me up in the kindergarten, but you still had to go to the consulate, American consulate in Berlin. We had to wait 2.5 years. It wasn't an easy deal. And when I got on the ship with 13 other kids in August of 1938, I spoke English better than, which it wasn't too much, than all the others. So the experience of kindertransport was just a coincidence. Right away, we spent 3 days in New York, then they took 4 of us. The kids went to different cities mostly, and they took us on the Rockefeller Center. In 50 seconds, you go 70 floors. They took us to Statue of Liberty, and they took us even with the hand. So it was amazing. And the food was a little like I never ate fruit cocktail, which was really something entirely different. No, we were just flabbergasted. Well, what I love about life, looking at pretty girls, yes, and I still like that. The problem is, life, as I said earlier, goes so fast. The only thing that's slowing me down is my health. I don't walk as fast, and I am not as alert, and I'm a little more forgetful. But it's amazing how fast everything goes. I love to gamble. As a matter of fact, I learned how to shoot dice 30 years ago, never stopped, and did quite well. I never lost much. I invested in the stock market, so at 6:30 or 7, when the stock market opens at 6:30, I always look at my stock. I go to the symphony a lot. I go a lot of theater. I'm into theater. But after my wife died, I started my own group of single men, and we met for 8 years. I made dinner once a month, and we all shared and developed friendships out of that group. So you more or less have habits don't change, your signature doesn't change, your attitudes. I'm a little parsimonious, so that doesn't change. Your humor doesn't change. Enjoying life absolutely is extremely important. The feeling, the goodwill feeling, and there's always something new. Even when I was in Germany when I was a child, I left when I was 12. I, in my mind, always had rhymes in German. And don't ask me how. And then suddenly, after my wife died, because she was very brilliant, very critical, I started writing my first little book, and then the second, and I found the rhyming came very easy to me. And it was a lot of fun. I have one called the Holocaust poem. Let me know when you're ready. Robbed of my childhood, bundled in smelly rags, humiliated to the lowest ebbs of hell, stiffened with fright, can I distinguish day from night? Swollen stomach, gnawing sickness, sunken hollow eyes, the heart beats, little hope. Why survive? Why stay alive? Like a beaten, degraded animal has felt man's inhumanity to man, loved ones torn apart, castration, damnation. How can other creatures partake in such ghastly features, maimed, demonstrative, scarred for life? I must survive. I must survive. And the heart beats. There's little hope. Boils, blood, and sewer, bones, tender and skinny, inflammation, degradation, broken shoes too tight, famished, underweight. Will it end? Will we transcend? Will the soul survive disaster? As assuredly it must. We will not die. We will not rot. We will believe we have a God. We painfully shout out loud, rehearse and curse. Where are you, master of the world, whose bleak black furniture a hurricane unfurled? Mournful in pain, return, return, our gracious God, and promise never again, never again. That's a little strong.